Ford Kuga Science 2012. Hello everyone. Many owners complained about crooked gaps between body panels, doors that were unevenly seated in their openings, and other shortcomings. However, these problems are easily and inexpensively solved. But the paintwork is quite strong, although chips on some specimens appear after 2 or 3 winters. The body iron itself is very reliably protected from corrosion. The exception is cars that were poorly restored after the accident. But the chrome parts of the external decor become cloudy and lose their appearance from chemicals on our roads. There are complaints about the cracking of door seals. The problem is usually solved with silicone grease, but when the system was supplying washer fluid to the windshield and rear window starts to fall, you will have to spend money on original, albeit cheap teeth, adapters and washer nozzles. By the way, the expansion tank is constantly cracking. It is changed under warranty for free. However, it is not a fact that after replacement it will not begin to leak again in a couple of years. In severe frost, door locks freeze. Dealers as a rule changes the lubricant to a more frost-resistant one. Now let's look inside the Ford Kuga. In addition to a small colony of crickets living in the cabin, squeaks coming from the rear of the car can annoy here. The source of unpleasant sound is the rear door trim and the sliding portion of the trunk, as well as the front passenger seat. However, all these unknown little things are easily and not expensively corrected, but you will have to tinker with the junk electrics. Moreover, she has enough whims. The proprietary sync multimedia system, self-parking, start-stop and keyless entry systems are buggy. The rear view camera freezes, the audio system doesn't reach CDS. If these malfunctions are not treated by Flotion, you will have to take more stringent measures, repair or change. Although in the Kuga it is not so easy to replace an ordinary gypsy beam or macro lamp. You have to remove the wheel and the fender liner. Also keep in mind that in extreme cold the battery is quickly discharged. Just a week in the cold on average up to 15 and the battery sits down completely. If you buy a new battery, it is better to have a larger capacity and current strength with the same size as a regular battery. By the way, some defects in electrical equipment can lead to sad consequences. For example, a malfunction of the electronic steering wheel lock causes a sharp stop of the mechanism. The wheels are simply blocked with all the ensuing consequences. We must pay tribute to the dealers who not only repaired problematic components under warranty, but also eliminated defects for free as part of recall campaigns. For example, in the case of a blocked steering wheel, the software was updated. As for engines, among the entire range of engines, the base 2.5-liter 4 is considered the most reliable. In the timing drive, she uses a strong metal chain, which is not all prone to stretching. In addition, the engine runs on a 92 mm gasoline and its power was especially cut to 150 horses, according to the passport 148.6. It would seem that everything is fine, but even here there were some unpleasant trifles. On used cars, and not only the catalyst may fail. Dealers replace this expensive part under warranty for free, but some owners got rid of it forever and changing only the engine culture program to work without a converter. Be prepared for the fact that gasket and seals can leak by 100,000 kilometers, in particular crankshaft and camshaft oil seals both front and rear. The seals are cheaper, but if you have to change the crankshaft rear oil seal, the repair can cost a decent amount. For this, the gearbox is removed or hung out. On 1.6-liter turbo engines, crankshaft oil seals are also often snooty. Little think, of course, because these engines are obviously more complicated in design than their atmospheric counterpart, which affects reliability. For example, usually by a run of 80,000 to 100,000 kilometers, the burst pressure control solenoid well fails. But the troubles with the turbocharger don't end there. Somewhere at 150 to 180,000 kilometers, the turn of the turbo upgrade will come. You can save money by buying a non-original part. At risk for this engine are also individual ignition coils, oxygen and mass airflow sensors, as well as the bypass valve for the cooling system, which release pressure in the system at high engine speeds. The 1.5-liter 4 that replace them with the same power of 150 and 182 forces apparently have become more reliable. At least there are no statistics of malfunction and even negative reviews on them yet. But there is some information about the 2-liter turbo diesel 140 horsepower. Like its gasoline counterparts, it suffers from leakage of crankshaft oil seals and fail of the generator. But the rest is unconditionally reliable and durable. Of course, with age you will inevitably have to change the injection nozzle, turbocharger and fuel pump. Only by this time the car usually takes care of up to 350 to 450,000 kilometers, and with proper care much more. Mechanics say that automatic may well live up to this date, although it is not insured against one-time breakdowns. Sometimes the box presents unpleasant surprises in the first year of the crossover's life. Again, respect to offshore dealers who on warranty machines without unnecessary claims eliminated all rising malfunction in the automatic transmission for free and even changed the unit to a new one. Even if the box works flawlessly, periodically check it for leaks. The fact is the oil seals can leak by 60 to 90,000 kilometers. Since 2016, gaskets of a new type have been installed on automatic transmissions. They provide tightness much more efficiently. And do not neglect the scheduled oil change after 60,000 to 90,000 kilometers of run. This will really extend the life of the box. The mechanical 6-speed, which before restyling was installed with a 1.6-liter turbo engine with 150 horsepower and a turbo diesel, is unambiguously reliable and durable. Even the oil in it does not need to be changed. It is, according to servicemen, is filled for the entire life of the unit. But the power-shift robotic transmission combined only with a diesel engine can bring unpleasant surprises. In addition, in traffic jams the box switch and kicks during into acceleration. In all-wheel drive transmission, pay attention to leaks in the oil seals and gasket of the drives, transfer case and rear gearbox. The details themselves are cheap, but for the work you will have to pay much more. Do not forget to also change the oil in this unit. This will extend their life. Although a case of premature replacement unfortunately happened, periodically it is necessary to look behind the answers of CV joints and drives. On the oldest Ford Kuga, the outboard bearing, which is only assembled with the drive shaft, may wear out. Although in specialized services the bearing is changed separately. In the independent suspension of the Kuga, the failed wheel bearings will also have to be changed along with the hub, usually already at 50,000 to 70,000 kilometers of run, approximately so much within the stabilized struts and bushings. Perhaps this is the weakest point of the chart. The rest of the parts can withstand 100,000 kilometers or more. But the steering rack is not durable. Officials often change it under warranty already for 30,000 kilometers. Although individual owners didn't look under the hood even after hundreds of thousands of kilometers, you will receive a refurbished unit with a 6 months warranty. In general, there are no particular complaints about the used Ford Kuga, unless of course we take into account the 1.6-liter turbo engine and the dual clutch robot. To completely protect yourself from problems in the future, take a modification with the 2.5-liter 4 or a diesel version of crossover with a manual transmission. If you have had such a model, share information about what and how it breaks in the comments.